Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, then welcome. My name is Allie, and in today's video, I will be sharing with you my Christmas decor haul for 2025. Guys, I have been so excited. I have been just busting, waiting to share this video with you, waiting to just sit down with you and record this video. So I have my Santa mug out, and in it I have my first vanilla cardamom hot cocoa of the season. This was my favorite drink last season. I made my first one now. I did a little bit of coconut whipped cream on top. If you guys like when I add little recipes like this into my videos, let me know down below in the comments, and I've linked the recipe for this also in my description box. But I just really wanted to get in the mood for the season, and something like this, especially in this adorable little mug that I just recently found, has just been really cheering me up and making me feel excited for the holidays. So we celebrated Halloween just this past weekend, and I spent yesterday putting everything away, and it felt really good to just kind of get all that stuff tucked away. We enjoyed it. We had it out the entire season, just really loved it. We had a fun Halloween party, and then it just felt like it was time. It felt like it was time to just tuck it all away in bins and then just get ready to record this video with you. I have so many great things. They're spread out all around me. I'm going to be sharing with you each of them one by one and sharing with you, of course, where I got everything from. I'll link everything down below in the description box. I will not be changing my entire home decor scheme this year, so I'll say that up front. I really like to add in different pieces each year. So the items that I'm purchasing are very intentional. I really think about how they're going to be used year after year. I appreciate all of the awesome decor that I see coming out right now. I always appreciate certain trends that come out, and sometimes I'll buy a thing or two from those trends. But for the most part, I really just like layering items into my already existing decor. And then sometimes year after year, you have items that have wear and tear. Maybe you kind of phase them out. So that's my style. And I found so many great things this year, you guys. So many great things. I want to jump right into it with you. Cannot wait to share them with you. I'll also be sharing a little bit about my planning and my mindset and where I'm thinking, how I'm thinking of decorating this year, and a couple of ideas that I'm tossing around. So I'm gonna run those by you as well. But right now, make sure that you're subscribed to my channel because I have a lot of great decorating coming up. I've got so many. I did a series this year for Halloween. I did a 3-part series, and I'm probably gonna do the same thing for Christmas because a lot of you guys said that you really liked it. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do it in phases. I'll have a lot of great videos. I also have a great DIY video coming out. I'm working on those projects right now. So excited about those too, and I can't wait to share them with you. Make sure that you're subscribed, that you have your notification bell turned on so you guys don't miss anything. So I hope that you can make something cozy like this delicious recipe right here. Grab a blanket, sit down, and chill with me as I share with you all of my new decor pieces for 2025. All right, so we're gonna kick things off with Target. I have to take a moment to acknowledge the Target dollar section because you can really find some really unique, interesting gems there. One of the things I found there that I absolutely loved was this Santa mug. It's a glass Santa mug, and it has the gold rim around the top. It is so cute. You can see that it has the face. It just looks like a cheerful little Santa Claus. I'm drinking my vanilla cardamom hot cocoa from it right now, but this was in the dollar section. I grabbed 2 of these. This is the second one, so you can see what it looks like clean. If you like to do a hot cocoa bar, you can even put like peppermint sticks sticking out of it. But these were so cute. I could not pass them up. I thought that they were just absolutely adorable. Is the cat kidding me right now? Is he kidding me? Hold on. Okay. Sorry, Nico jumped on the counter. Anyway, they are absolutely adorable. They're super lightweight. You can use them for your morning coffee or if you're entertaining, but you can just keep them out. And then I found also in the dollar section a really cute gingerbread caddy. I thought this was adorable. This is the first year that I have gotten into the gingerbread theme and that I'm embracing that gingerbread feel. It never really appealed to me, but some kind of magic happened when I walked through the Target dollar section because they just had a lot of really cute pieces like this, considering doing like a gingerbread theme in the coffee bar area. So using a caddy like this to either house your pumps, maybe you have like some gingerbread, peppermint, vanilla syrup for your coffee, or you can use it to hold your mugs. So it actually fits 2 of these little Santa mugs, and I thought this would just be really cute to put out there with maybe like a little tea towel or something. Okay, also from the Target dollar section, keeping with the gingerbread feel, this is a set of measuring cups. How cute is this? I thought this was adorable. So you can see on the back of these, it actually has your measurements. You can leave it out like this, and then when it's time to bake, you got your quarter cup right here, and you can see that it even has the measurements on the inside. I love stuff like this. Things that are just really well thought out, really intentional, things that are functional, but that can already exist into your decor. I'm gonna link whatever I can for you down below, but go to your nearest Target, check out your dollar section. They have tons of great items just like this. And the last thing I got from the dollar section, and then I promise we'll move on to other things, this gingerbread doormat. I like that it has that vintage nostalgic feel that we're all kind of going for. I feel like a lot of us are going for that vintage kind of feel this year. A lot of us are craving that old Christmas, maybe the kind that we used to have as kids, or just kind of reaching back for that time where things just felt like a little bit more simple, a little more intentional, a little bit less fussy. And I feel like this entire line there, and then a lot of things that I'm about to show you as well, kind of touch on that style. Okay, so getting into some of the other items that I found at Target, starting with these cypress swags. These swags come in a set of 2. There's actually 2 here. I love the detail on these swags. I think that they're just really well done. They're very simple. They're a nice mix of cedar, along with this green velvet ribbon, this little brass bell detail. Something like this goes such a long way because you can just keep your existing decor out, but just add a little swag to it. So if you guys follow me, you know, last year I made little swags to hang above the gallery wall behind me over here. I put one on top of each picture. We have 6 pictures back here. And while they came out really nice, they were a little small. So I was thinking of going bigger this year. This is pretty much exactly what I would have made anyway. So I went ahead and I got 3 sets of these, and I'm gonna hang one on top of each of the photos behind me here. Another thing that I picked up from the Hearth and Hand section this year are these beautiful berry stems. I think that they're just so natural, so pretty. I love the touch of these little green leaves mixed in with the red berries. These are 36-inch stems, so these go a long way. If you guys watched my previous video, I took you shopping with me through the Hearth and Hand section at Target. I took about 4 of these stems and I mixed them in with some cypress stems that they had there, which again, those cypress stems were very realistic and they looked stunning. So pretty, such an easy centerpiece. If you have the right size vase that has a very narrow mouth, you could get away with just a single stem. I purchased 4 of these stems. So this is what 4 of them looks like all together. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna style them in a vase, but another option that I'm considering is to layer them in with my mantle decor. So maybe taking the garland that I have on our mantle and just sort of layering these in here and there just to add that nice little pop of red. I like to mix the traditional Christmas red in with some deeper burgundy tones, and I think I'm gonna do that again this year. So this would be a really nice addition. Okay, so another item that I purchased from the Hearth and Hand collection this year that I thought was just stunning, had to get it, could not leave it there, is this gorgeous table lamp. So this lamp has a really beautiful green jewel tone shade on it. It's got a nice glass shade. It's got a really nice finish on it with this nice brass. So this is another piece that I'm gonna bring into my holiday decor, but that I can leave out beyond the holidays. It's battery operated, which I love. It's so pretty. I think it's so pretty. The jewel tones of the green catch the light. And I'm just imagining this with like a lot of full Christmas greenery around it. And I think it's just gonna be a really pretty addition for Christmas. I'm gonna be sharing one more item from Target with you before we move on to a couple of the other stores. They are these 2 LED topiary Christmas trees. These are not Hearth and Hand, they're from Wonder Shop at Target, but they're these potted, pre-lit LED trees. They come in this little white pot. Now, I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep them in this pot. I think they look really pretty in the pot, but I might warm them up with maybe a couple of baskets. I might pop them into 2 little baskets and maybe add like some fake snow around the bottom, that really cushy blankety fake snow, or maybe even just add a couple of blankets on the bottom of them. But 2 of these, as you can see, I have a 4-foot one and a 5-foot one. I'm not really sure yet where they're gonna live in my home for the holidays, but I love them. I think that they're so cute. I love that they have that slim profile. I even like that they're potted. I think that they are absolutely perfect. I cannot wait to style these. I think that they are just adorable. Because they have such a slim profile, you can really use them in so many different places. I might even use them on the side of our bookshelves. And that's one of the things I wanted to chat with you guys about, because I'm actually considering setting up my entire Christmas village in the bookshelves. The past 3 years, I've been setting up that Christmas village underneath the tree, kind of like in front of the fireplace and all along the floor. This has been a tradition of mine since I was a little girl. One of my brothers and I, we would spend each Christmas setting up this Christmas village, and it was one of my absolute favorite things to do every single year. I loved setting it up. I think that the setting up of the village is even better than having it out and admiring it all season, because it's just so much fun. It brings up such good memories for me. It's very nostalgic. But the problem in our new home is that when I set it up, because it's so low to the ground, you don't really get to see it. You don't really get to enjoy it for the rest of the season. So I enjoy setting it up, and now that the kids are helping me, we have a really good time doing that. But then you kind of forget about it. The tree sort of overpowers it, and unless you're really sitting there, you kind of miss it. So my thought was this year, we can set it up inside the bookshelves. And I'm even considering rotating the couch in here so that you can really see the bookshelves from top to bottom, have a really beautiful view of it. And I think that having the entire village in there all lit up would just look so pretty. And I think it would just really bring that nostalgic feeling that I'm going for this season into the living space. So I don't know. Let me know down below what you guys think about that. I'm really heavily considering it. Before we move on to Amazon, I want to share one item that I picked up off of Etsy. It might be one of my favorite additions that I got for Christmas decor, definitely this season. It is this beautiful arched rustic wall art. This piece is so pretty. It's like this dark walnut frame. It's really thick. I feel like this is such a charming piece of wall art. It's so different. I'm thinking of hanging this on the wall next to our bookshelves. I don't want to mix this into a gallery wall. I really just want to kind of give this one the moment that it deserves. It's just such a beautiful piece. I'm so happy that I found it. I'll link it down below for you because they have 3 different options for a frame. They have a lighter wood, they have a black color, and then they have this rustic dark walnut. But they also had a few different selections that you can choose from for the prints, and they had several of them that were holiday themed. So I'm gonna link that down below for you as well. Okay, moving on to Amazon. The first of which are these lit Norfolk pine branches. Yes, they are light up. They actually have the lights kind of spread out in between the branches. They come in a pack of 4. Just having these all lit up very easily to either mix into your holiday greenery or just pop into a vase is just the easiest, simplest, most effective way that you can elevate your space for the holidays with really doing not much. Mixing them in with your current greenery or just having them stand on their own really makes things feel so cozy. I also purchased these because I really like the versatility of them. I like having the option to stand them in a vase like I just shared, or also maybe layer them onto your table in between your already existing garland, just to add that visual effect, just to bring some warmth there. If you have maybe some regular garland going down the center of your dining table, you can tuck in a few of these here and there, just add that lit effect. And then you just hide the battery pack underneath the greenery and you're done. These are staple pieces that you can really work into anything. Okay, speaking of greenery that works really well with layering in, that you can really move and make it look however you like, is the 6-foot cedar garland from Amazon. But what I love about this garland is that you can position it really any way that you like. You can make this look super full. You can bend it any way that you like. So if you like to kind of lay this on your mantle and really have it look full and maybe intertwine other pieces in it, this is the perfect layering garland for that. I grabbed 2 of these. They are 6 feet long. That's my cat, Nico. We're just gonna have to deal with him in the background. Another thing that I really love about this garland is that it has small pine cones in it. So it looks super realistic. Sorry. It looks really realistic, excellent price, high quality, and definitely something that you can work into many different spaces. I love how structured it is, and the color is super realistic as well. It has a couple different variations of green tones in it. Another set of branches that I purchased from Amazon that are worth mentioning is this set of 2 lit branches. These obviously don't have any greenery on them, but sometimes you need that when you just want to kind of pop these into existing greenery that you have. You just want to have the light in there, and that's what these are great for. These are also nice and big. They were rated really well, and I like how tall they are. They're definitely taller than the ones that I used to have, so these give you great height and they add that extra pop of light. Another item from Amazon that I purchased are these really adorable novelty old-fashioned glasses. As you can see, I've got the gingerbread one here. It comes with 3 other styles. So we've got the Christmas tree one, which is also really cute, the peppermint one, and lastly is the snowflake one. These are adorable. I know we've seen these everywhere. I know that these are dupes from Anthropologie. So changing up your glassware is just a really great way to kind of change the mood in your home for the holidays. So freshening things up. Maybe you're gathering with the same people, you're doing similar things that you do, but just having little seasonal touches like this. If you guys watched my video from a couple weeks ago, I did a whole video on entertaining where I gave a lot of great tips for setting up a drink station in your home. This would be great to do around the holidays. I think I'm gonna do it again when we host for Christmas Eve. I'll just set up a little drink station, I'll lay these glasses out, I'll have the ice maker there, and people can just mix their own drinks, make their own old fashioned. It just is a really pretty way to, again, decorate, but in a functional way. So you can have maybe candy canes out for stirs or little peppermint swirls. You can have a little festive bowl out with the cherries. Moving on from Amazon, I wanted to share something that I purchased off of the Cottage and Key website. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you've seen in my stories, I linked these for you in my stories. I've been kind of linking things one by one as I'm finding them. These are these little bell ornaments. They come in a set of 20, so there's a whole pack of them. I like that they already come with the rustic twine. You can, of course, hang these on your Christmas tree. I'm considering doing that. They also make really great bowl fillers. So if you have a nice bowl set out on your coffee table, adding a bunch of these in there just makes a really pretty statement to your holiday gifts. That also adds a really pretty touch. There are so many uses for bells like this. You can also make bunches of these and you can add another string and you just have like a nice bunch of bells that you can attach to maybe the bottom of a railing with a really pretty velvet ribbon around it, or hanging off the side of your garland on your mantelpiece. You can hang these on a cutting board that you have. Maybe you have it out all year, but you just want to make it feel a little bit more special and elevated for the holidays. But I love how charming these are. I was so happy when I opened up the package because they looked even better than they did online. Each one of them was just a little bit different. They all have a lot of character to them. I just can't wait to use them during the holidays. And speaking of bells that have that vintage kind of feel, I'm gonna move on to Hobby Lobby now. These were actually the first things that I purchased for this year's holiday season. They are these vintage wooden bells. How beautiful are these bells? When I saw them, they were kind of mixed in amongst like all the traditional gold and silver bells, which were all very pretty. But then I saw these and there was just something so special about these bells. Like I had to do a double take because I felt like they didn't belong there. Like maybe someone put them there by accident. Look at the detail on these. They look like maybe you found them at like a local flea market or at a vintage shop. Out of all the bells over the last few years, we know there's been definitely a bell craze and I'm here for it. I absolutely love it. But these were so unique. I've really never seen anything like them. So I had to go grab them. I might grab a few more. You can style these again on the edge of a mantle, maybe hang them off of your garland. You can sort of style these maybe on a console table. You can stand one up, maybe lay one down next to it, maybe styled on the edge of your kitchen island on a tray, like a little vignette. They add so much warmth to your home decor. So super happy to find these and I can't wait to use them. The next thing I purchased from Hobby Lobby, it is the 6-foot cedar garland. How pretty is this garland? This is another garland that is just so lush. I mean, there's really no bad side of this garland. It's so full. It has so much movement to it. I purchased 2 of them since they're 50% off. I might use these on the mantle, but if you guys saw last year, I did a DIY Christmas video. I'll link it for you down below, but in that video, I designed a tension rod garland in our entryway here, and it was such a beautiful piece. I got so many compliments on that piece. I did not want to take it down. It was a show-stopping piece, just gorgeous. So I'm considering, I'm definitely going to do that tension rod garland in our entryway again, but I'm considering swapping out the garland just to sort of mix things up a little bit. And this is the garland that I think I want to add. It just makes everything feel so full. So even if you just lay this garland out, I think that you've elevated your space for the holidays. There's not a whole lot you need to do. You can lay this on top of your cabinetry if you have the space in your kitchen to maybe do that and you just want to bring the eye up by adding some greenery. I also love the idea of taking garland like this and laying it down the center of a dining table, and then you can add some candles around it, or maybe some lit trees or other decor items, but it just adds that extra feel, that extra fullness that we're all going for around the holidays, and it looks so pretty. All right, we're gonna move on to Walmart now. So I purchased 2 packages of these large pine cone shatterproof ornaments. Look how pretty these are. These have a nice snowy effect to them, and they bring in so much texture. That's one of the reasons why I really liked them. So we have a good sized tree in our living room. So I thought with 8 of them, I can kind of scatter them, do the zigzag pattern all the way down the tree. And they're great for filling in any kind of holes, any kind of gaps that you see. What I really love about these is that because they have a little bit of a sparkle on them, they have a little bit of that flocking to them with that snow, this is gonna pick up a lot of light. Another item I picked up from Walmart that I really cannot wait to style with them, I thought these were so pretty. They are these amber glass Christmas trees. These are open at the bottom, so you can put a candle in them. I have a lot of this sort of rich brown color in my holiday decor. I think it just looks so nice when you mix it in with the greenery and then a little bit of red and burgundy. And the fact that they're glass and you can light them up, again, when you light everything up at night for the holidays, it just looks so pretty. Another item that I was really excited to find at Walmart, it is these hammered glass votive candle holders. I really love the brass detail around the bottom of them. So you can place these maybe on top of a set of coffee table books with some greenery around the bottom and some bells nearby. But these look very high end, and I think that wavy glass really adds a nice element, especially when you place the candle inside, you get that extra layer of movement from the wavy glass. Because they are not necessarily Christmas themed or holiday themed, you will get use of these all year round. So I just showed you guys the brown amber glass trees that I purchased at Walmart. So now moving on to HomeGoods, when I was there, I saw these trees that I thought would complement them beautifully. Look at these trees. These were gorgeous. They have so much texture to them, and I really like that they're a brighter color variation than the brown ones that I purchased from Walmart. These light up. They have a light inside of them and a battery switch on the bottom. So you can see the glass peeking out from underneath that brown texture that they have on top. I think this is gonna just look gorgeous at night. I purchased 3 of these. So I did 2 in the smaller size and 1 in this larger size. Look how gorgeous these are. I am imagining styling these on our console table and just keeping it really simple, maybe having some garland go around the bottom and just styling all these trees at different heights, maybe different depths, just to give a really nice lit effect at night. I think it would just look gorgeous. I'm also thinking that they would look beautiful on a dining table as well. So again, layering that garland down the middle and just maybe adding like a nice forest of trees, starting at one end of the dining table and just going down. There are so many things that you can do with them. These are such beautiful pieces. Having the tree shape and the brown color is just so pretty. I feel like it really blends in with any kind of decor. You can't go wrong with it. So I was just so excited to find these trees at HomeGoods. Another item that I picked up from HomeGoods. So I found this really beautiful marble snowflake cheese board. It's footed, so it has a 3 gold feet at the bottom, so it's not going to scratch your countertops. You guys know I love finding a functional piece that also looks really pretty. So this is something that I can lean against the backsplash and just kind of have my dark wood DIY cutting board that I did a few weeks ago. I'm thinking that I can layer this right in front of that. And then of course, if you're entertaining or when the holidays come around, you can use this to serve cheese on. And I think it's pretty because a lot of times with the platters, I tend to not buy them because once you place food on them, you kind of lose the design. Whereas a piece like this, you're not losing the design because the design is in the shape of it. So by you putting cheeses on here, crackers, you're not covering anything up. It just looks really pretty on the center of a table, and it gives that extra feel, that extra warm and cozy feel for the holidays. So that is it for my 2025 Christmas decor haul. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I am like so happy with all these pieces that I found. I could not wait to share it with you. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to be styling these for you and sharing with you a ton of ideas. I hope that you will plan along with me and share with me what you guys are doing for the holidays. If you're picking a specific theme or a color palette, let me know what that is down below. I know there's just so many great things to consider this year when it comes to decorating. I hope that you enjoy it as much as I do. I really enjoy not only decorating my home, but sharing what I'm doing with you. I think it's just so nice to start a conversation. I feel like when you guys tell me in the comments what you guys think, I just feel like we're chatting in my living room, and that makes me so happy. So I'm happy that you're here. I'm so happy that you're spending your time with me today. And again, I hope that you enjoyed this one. If you did, I'd love it if you'd give it a thumbs up. It's a free way to support my channel, and I really appreciate it. Make sure you're subscribed because, like I said earlier, I have that DIY video coming out, as well as my whole Decorate With Me series. I can't wait to take you along. Thanks again so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Take care.